It has been called the most important election of the year. Wisconsin voters will head to the polls tomorrow to choose their next state Supreme Court justice, either liberal Janet Protasiewicz or conservative Dan Kelly. The election could determine the fate of abortion access for the millions of women in Wisconsin and potentially impact GOP control in the state capitol. Joining me now to discuss from Madison, Wisconsin, Jesse Opoyan, Capitol Bureau Chief for the Capitol Times. Jesse, explain this to us. Why is this race so important to Wisconsin?
Thanks for having me, Stephanie. This is a huge race in that it is the first possibility that liberals have had in Wisconsin to have a majority on our state Supreme Court since 2008. As you mentioned, that has to do with control of the legislature, but more, I guess, prominently at this point and more likely to come up sooner is Wisconsin has an abortion ban that was passed in 1849, hadn't been enforceable under Roe versus Wade. And after the Dobbs decision, that ban went back into effect. It doesn't have any exceptions for rape or incest. It only has exceptions in the case of the life of the mother, and those are very vaguely defined. It's all but certain that that case is going to come before the state Supreme Court, and a change in that ideological balance could make a huge difference in the outcome.
Abortion rights are only part of this election. Redistricting and gerrymandering has also played a huge role. Why is this such a big issue for voters?
Well, Wisconsin has been shown by nonpartisan analysts to have some of the most gerrymandered maps in the country. And the state has had a conservative majority in the legislature and for quite a long time in the governor's office, too. The only way that that'll change, or at least, come close to changing, is if those maps change. Thus far, those maps have been upheld by a number of courts, but, the policies that are going to come up in the next 10 years, 20 years, it all comes down to the control of the state capitol.
Do voters there realize how important this race is? It's not one that is necessarily on everyday people's radar screen.
Well, in Wisconsin, we are used to having some pretty important elections, so I think people are paying attention. In fact, you can't really avoid it if you turn on your TV. The advertising is everywhere. I think people are pretty aware there's a lot of national interest in this race, and that's probably kept it, to the front of people's minds. But, I really do think actually voters are pretty aware, whether it is abortion or, no matter how you feel about the issue, whether it's redistricting or whether it's something else, if you're a conservative wanting to keep in place the policies that Republicans have put into effect here in the last 10 years, I do think people are paying attention, probably whether they want to or not at this point.
You just said it. If people turn on any TV in the state of Wisconsin, it's the first thing that you see. The amount of money poured into this race is astronomical. What could these election results mean for the future of Wisconsin politics?
Sure, it's wild. I think we're going to be up to $50 million, if not more, by the time this election's done.
$50 million.
By far the most expensive in national history. I think Illinois had one that was $15 million at one point. But, as your viewers probably know, the state Supreme Court was really instrumental in determining the outcome of whether the presidential election results were upheld here in 2020. Donald Trump sued to overturn the election results here in Wisconsin, and it was by one swing vote, a 4-3 vote, that those results were upheld. So whether it's 2024 or beyond, whether it's our U.S. Senate race, whether it's a presidential race, there's a not insignificant chance that those results are going to come before our state Supreme Court again.
$50 million on advertisements that we will never, ever see again after tomorrow night. Jesse, thank you so much. I'm going to let you go. You got to get to bed, girl. You got a huge day tomorrow. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much.